So the league is all but wrapped up. We're focusing on the Euro Cup 2, European Conference League, whatever it's called. But you know your season's going well when a lot of your players have their little WNT sign next to their name. Roll the intro. Hello everybody, welcome back to the NK Maribor Save. I am Coach Left Foot. It's a pleasure to have you with me, and yes, the season's going alright. We're actually, the league's pretty much wrapped up. We're actually starting to use games now to experiment with formations and tactics and stuff like that. So the 3-2 loss to Osijek, we actually then followed that with a 1-0 loss to Radomir, who I'm pretty sure are the only team that have beaten us. Oh no, Bravo we lost to, wasn't it? Not Radomir. Yeah, we lost to Bravo. We lost to Bravo. We drew 2-2 with Mura, and then we beat Bravo 2-0. Zahovic getting a brace. So Luka Zahovic is finding some form at the moment. So he may, I was going to say he may get the nod for this game. He won't, because it's going to be Daniel, because Daniel is ridiculously good. But yeah, both legs coming up against Zurich for this one. We're at home first, which I'm quite good about. But yeah, lots of wanted players. Lorius, Stojanovic, Liete, Daniel. It's big players for us at the moment. So, and all of them seem to be wanted by the same team, which is Al Nazer in Saudi Arabia. So Daniel's wanted by them, Liete's wanted by them, Stojanovic is wanted by them, Karius is still wanted by New York. So it is it's sort of a little bit sort of all round, to be honest, what's happening. But we have been experimenting with a few tactics. Sorry, while I've got a little bit of an ear infection, which is why if I keep touching this ear, that's why. So we're sticking with the low counter blockers, like when we play big teams, this is what we're going to go for. Because I'm quite happy with how that tactic was designed and how it works. We've seen it work against the big teams. This is obviously our Maribor win league. If we need a win, this is what we go to formation. Probably when we become a bigger, better team in Europe and in the Champions League, and we have the right players to fit this sort of formation still, we'll keep going with that. But I'm trying to think about how I want to play with Maribor. And basically, I want to overload certain places. So this is what I'm actually going to use in the games in between the games against Zurich in the league that will be off camera. And we're just going to see if it works. In theory, in my head, it should work quite well, because you should have Matko pushing up into sort of like this space up here. Louis Zhao as a playmaker should just sort of hover around here. Deep line playmaker should just sort of sit and not push up, so you've still got the defensive solidarity. An inverted winger should push into like this zone. Elsnik will try and run the channels down here, and Bracalo should give you a nice overlap as a complete wing back. So, and the target man will obviously stay quite central and link the play up with the midfielder. So I'm hoping it'll work, but we haven't actually used that yet. But we are going to go with this. I've already picked the lineup. This is how we're going to play today. Karius, Matos, Stojanovic, Liete and Bracalo, Louis Zhao, Elsnik, Matko, Otada, Pozeg Vankas and Daniel up front. On the bench, Joel Pereira, Zalatel, Bejga, Marco Brest and Musalowski, Zahovic and Schneiderlin as well. Luka's unhappy because we sold in Greason, and because SI don't code the game properly, you can't just say there was no choice, they paid his release fee. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? That would obviously be the get out. Is you'd say we didn't have a choice. We had to accept it. It was his release fee, and he accepted their deal. So, yeah, LZ90 is moaning a little bit, but we'll let him off because he's an absolute legend. I'm wearing his shirt right now, right today. So, yeah. Anyway, I think we're going to get into it. I've obviously moved to the other side of the screen today to normal, see how it goes. But, yeah, not too bad. We've got a youngster in our youth academy who I'm very much excited to bring into the team next season. I'm going to try and remember to show you him after this game. But the media have given us a lot of credit. Point finger. Go and do it for the fans. We're home in the first leg. I feel like we should be giving the fans a bit of a show. Everyone seems pretty motivated, other than Diego Liete, who's a bit composed. So, I mean, we've done that. Yes, the president is very nice. Matko's place have to do with the reported promise towards him. We've had a chat. He deserves to play. How often he plays will deserve with how well he performs. Put a bit of pressure on him. So he's got to go and play well. Now we need a good performance from Elsnik really in the playmaker role, because that is now in Greason's gone. We haven't really backed up that position with enough quality. So We're going to have to see how that goes. But Elsnik has a corner and it goes, Diego Lietti! Oh, it's just past the post. What a start that would have been inside 2 minutes and 5 seconds, as we are a late kickoff today, which is why some of the other scores are already in. As that goes in back post, Luizao! Come on, what a header. Pozeg Vankas with a wonderful free kick, and when it goes in off the underside of the bar, it's a dream. What a start to the game. 5 minutes in, Pozeg Vankas fired in the free kick. Luizao, what a header back across. He's been a great signing. The fact we picked him up pretty cheap, and Diego Lietti as well. We'll have to wait and see. Totu Foto, Daniel, I don't know why I keep trying to say his full name, but Daniel is the 5 million we paid for him is looking like a bargain, but it's whether, if we want to sell him on, how much we can get, as in to make a bit more money on the sale. I'm still very interested in Barisic. If there's a chance to bring Barisic in, I think I want to. I think Barisic is an all-round better striker than Daniel. The dream would be to have both of them and have Zahovic as a backup, but we'll wait and see. I've been rambling. We're 25 minutes in. 1-0 up. So, corner ball. Pozeg Vankas fires in. Lietti's there. It's another header just past the front post. 35 minutes in. They've had one shot. We are playing very, very well here in Slovenia. Bracalo. Elsnik. Back to Bracalo. Up it goes to Pozeg Vankas. Now, I do feel like we've got a chance of winning this competition. With the teams that are in it, you'd imagine Tottenham should ramp, and Matos is there. I just didn't think he was going to shoot, but Renato Matos gets a goal. He is coming on very well as well. Really like the style of his progression and how he's coming along. Vankas is coming into Luizao. Luizao, look at that overlap. That's the sort of thing you need to exploit in Football Manager. If you feel like they don't have wingers that are tracking back probably, or are crap at marking, then send your fullbacks up, make them take advantage. But yeah, I mean, look, you look at the teams that are in this and you'd say, you know, Tottenham have to be the favourites. Then probably someone like PSV or Salzburg. Braga aren't bad. Olympiacos are absolutely smashing Lille away as well. So it's going to be interesting. There are some tough teams to beat, but, you know, you've got to beat the best to be the best, haven't you? So let's go with, very happy. Keep it going. No changes at half-time. No need. We are 2-0 up and cruising, to be honest. Bracalo with a throw-in. Elsnik's beaten in the air, but they're just sitting so deep. Pozeg Vankas into Elsnik. Out to Stojanovic. Stojanovic has got a couple of men round him, picks out Vankas, but the defender gets there first. Bracalo picks up the loose ball. Lietti all the way back to Mr. Karius in goal. He goes long. His distribution is absolutely shocking. We're going to change him, I think, to just play it short, because there's just been a couple of times in transition, distribute to centre-backs or full-backs with short goal kicks, and we can slow the pace down because we're 2-0 up. So hopefully that will then stop Karius doing those stupid balls out that always put us in trouble. So on the hour mark, 2-0 up, Schneiderlin's going to come on in the playmaker role, and Elsnik is going to move into attacking midfield. Otara wasn't having a brilliant game. We do have Bracalo struggling a bit for fitness as well at left back, so it may have to be a swap for Lucas Bejga there. Bracalo not having a brilliant game compared to the rest of the squad, but yeah, he's doing all right. And then for the last 20 or so, I think we'll bring on, for the last 15, let's bring on Luca and give him a run instead of Daniel up front. And you know you like a player when you just start calling them by their first name. We've got Daniel and Luca, so love it, absolutely love it. 4 minutes to go, and Karius now, they're sensible, nice and short. Schneiderlin, Luizao, Matko comes forward with it. Matko, he's got a lot of space to run to. Luca's in. Luca! Oh, LZ90 smashed the post. So unlucky. Luca. Gutted for you, mate. Bejga is going to try and launch this one long. Luca gives it back to him. A lovely little 1-2 from the throw-in. Bejga lays it back. Schneiderlin scored! Oh my God, there was comments in the last video saying, or a previous video saying that I forgot Schneiderlin existed. I said I think he's forgotten how to be an actual footballer, but that's a wonderful goal. That's all about his technique. That is all about him being just generally a good footballer with the ball. As Bejga lays it back, a rifled right-footed shot. 3-0. Hopefully, not to get complacent, but we are in a very good position now to get through to the next stage of this competition. 4 minutes of added on time, and then we'll be back for the second leg after I've shown you the really good youngster in our youth academy as Garcia into Dogmajoni. Dogmajoni plays it through. Kaloli, don't score now that I've got complacent. No, good. It goes past the post. Karius' position looked a little bit off, but 4 minutes have been up, and there we go. It is a 3-0 win, pretty much a demolition, to be honest. We really didn't give them a hope. That was a terrific performance. Yeah, absolutely delighted with that one, as in the Europa League, What's happening here? Anyone big sort of losing out, missing out? No, a lot of close ties actually. Milan smashing Fenerbahce as they're not going to allow me to have more coaches. That's annoying. And Rizzo had a terrible birthday. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise it was his birthday. We would only have kept it to 2-0 if it was his birthday, but oh well. Right, this youth academy player who is looking very, very good. Sasa Kola is his name. Very aggressive at 18, which I don't mind too much. He'll be biting in the tackle. He's a perfectionist. He's got very good physicals already. He's a bit short, but we can probably look past that. Mentals look good. Technicals look good. We're going to try and develop him into this deep line playmaker role on a support is what we're going to try and train him up to learn at a young age. You can see his progress is going really well. His form for the under-19s is going well as well. Only 16. We've already timed him down to a professional contract with the club, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, I think this guy could well be in the first team next year as sort of that backup central midfielder. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Let me know in the comments what you think about Sasa Kola, and we'll be right back for the second leg against Zurich. So here we are then back for the second leg against Zurich, and the game's in between playing our new funky formation. I don't know why it doesn't keep the thing in here, but our funky... Oh, hello, that's really messed up that as well. Auto size. Yeah, when we're in here, there we go. So playing our new weird formation. I don't know why it's changed the name of it. We played the same thing both times. But we've got a 3-1 win and a 4-0 win as well. Matos an own goal and Musalowski in the first game. And then in the second game where we played a completely rotated team, it was Meshinio got 2, Measure got 1 and Matko got 1 in the second half as well. So all in all, good performances all round. And we're going into the second leg with a pretty much fully rested first team. So Karius will be in goal. Matos at right back. It will be Stojanovic and Diego Lietti in the centre-back position. Bracalo at left-back, although he's struggling a little bit with fitness. Recommended to have 45 minutes only, but we'll see how that goes. In the Mazzala role, Luizao in the playmaker role next to him. I could start Schneidlin. He's been picking up a bit of form. We're going to go with Elsnik. On the right-hand side, it was going to be Matko. Yeah, let's go Matko. Matko on the right, Utara in behind the striker, and on the left will be Pozeg Vankas. Leading the line will be Danielson, and then Zahovic, Miałowski. I've never called him that before. Musalowski. Who else do we want? We want... let's go important players first. Bejga, Joel Pereira, Zalatel. 2 more spaces for the bench. We're probably not going to need goals. Let's put Schneidlin on the bench, and we'll go with Sturm as well because he gives a bit of flexibility across the back. And I feel like we'll be holding on. We're 3-0 up from the first leg, so we should be good to go and get this result. We should get through to the next round where we'll be playing the winners of Lille versus Olympiacos. So it's going to be very interesting, because Olympiacos are currently 5-1 up from the first leg. So, I expect nothing but a win. That's demotivated Tim Elsnik. And then I'm going to say Faith, which turns Elsnik around. I've got faith that he can go and get us the win. And he needs to perform, and I'm sure he will. Zurich, are you happy with decent performance as a central defender? Yes, he's been brilliant. Thank you. But 5-1 currently. Olympiacos are up in the first leg, and that was 5 away goals. So you'd like to think, unless they have a monumental mess up, we're going to be playing Olympiacos. Garcia with a throw for Zurich takes it, and they get in the game underway. Luizao puts in a tackle, we can't get there. Utara interception, Matko with it back into Brahim Utara. Daniel's given a run down the line. Daniel shoots, good save from Bulky or Berkey. Is that the Berkey? As in the one that used to play for Dortmund, potentially. Pozeg Vankas, in it goes. Headed away by Waller. Vankas back in, and that's headed away again by Domingini. Is it the Berkey? It is the Berkey that played for Dortmund. Roman Berkey. There he is. 6.25 million they paid for him. Very good save. Matos over the top looking for Daniel. Daniel round Berkey, and he's made one good save. He's also made one monumental mess up there because it's 1-0, 4-0 on aggregate. It's looking like it's game over, to be honest. Olympiacos should be worried. We're going to be going to Greece, going for the win, and hoping to get into the semi-finals as Berkey just got it all wrong. Easy finish. Berkey with a free kick from an offside, but Daniel's picked up the loose ball from the header down, and Daniel's still going. That's a great save from Berkey, that one. Yeah, but Daniel's so good. I really hope, if we sell him, I'm looking for, I'd say 20 million, similar to Ingreeson. I think he's that sort of level of goodness for us. So we'll have to wait and see that. I don't think we'll get that sort of money for him. But you never really know, do you, in this game? You never know what sort of money you're going to get for certain players. But you can see there, they've had 1 shot, 1 on target. We've had 5 shots, 4 on target. We are completely outplaying them at the moment. Matos, long throw, looking for Daniel, flicks it on, and Lietti's there. He waiting for it to bounce. He's definitely offside. It looked offside. It's offside. It's going to be cancelled. So we don't even need to see the VAR or the lines. That is offside. So half time, 1-0 here in Zurich. We have been the better team, and we are at the moment cruising through to the next to the quarterfinals. Actually, it is the quarterfinals coming up next. Recovering from a knock is Vankas. We could take him off, but everyone's playing okay. There's not too many reasons to change. Matko not having the best of games on the right. Put him up front. He plays really well. Put him on the right, and he does seem to struggle a little bit. And Elsnik, I'm going to take Elsnik off for Schneidlin. I feel like Schneidlin deserves at least a half in this leg. And Elsnik never impresses as a deep line playmaker. Advanced playmaker, he seems to be okay, but a deep line playmaker, he really does seem to struggle. As we're trying to put a ball through to Daniel, it's overhit, and Berkey easily claims that one. Yeah, and Elsnik's a weird one. I know we brought him in from our rivals Ljubljana, and he has played pretty well. We'll just carry on that conversation in a minute, because Pululu, which isn't a great name, has made it 1-1 on the day. And yeah, let's not get complacent, lads. Let's focus. But yeah, Timmy Elsnik is just not. He's not cut the mustard like I thought he would. To be honest, he's not cut the mustard like I was hoping he would do. Brahim Mutada, ball in. Stojanovic can't get there, and now there could be a counter-attack on here. It's a 2-on-2. We are a bit susceptible to set-piece counter-attacks. He's still going. Shot from range, and Carrier sees it past the post. Okay, so another substitution. Matko is going to come off to be replaced by Masalowski on the right-hand side. Not a very good game today. And Bracalo is going to be replaced by... We are actually going to play Bezga, even though I put Sturm on the bench. We will play Bezga out there as well, going into the final sort of 25 minutes of the game as Pulu lays this back to Waller. Waller puts it across. Header, and Karius with a good save. But yeah, I feel like the summer coming up is going to be a really big transfer window for us, because we're going to have a lot of cash. We're going to have a lot of wage budget. And I sort of feel like we're now ready to take that next step to go and maybe look for, or when the scouts have found big players, we can actually make attempts to buy them now. As Berkey's dropped it. It's going to come back to Bezga. As Bezga gives it to Vankas into Schneidlin. Round the corner. Daniel's in. Oh, it's a good save from Berkey again. Probably man of the match. Roman Berkey in goal. But yeah, let me know, what do you think we should do in the summer? I mean, we have got a few good youngsters coming through that I'd like to use to fill out the squad. I think there's just a number of players that they're really good for Slovenia, but they're not very good in Europe. For a European level of football, they're just not. They're not cut out to do it. So people like Bezga, I'd like to be the backup and keep him as a backup. I think Pozeg Vankas' time might be coming to an end with us. Like Daniel's great, Luca's great, Schneidlin will go. We won't renew his contract. Louis Zhau's good, but a new playmaker I think would be useful. And then having the youngsters come through from the under-19s to sort of bulk out the squad and get rid of. Basically, I want first teamers and then I want youngsters. I think that's what I want to do. Let me know down below what you think, as I've rambled on till the end of the game. We do go through pretty comfortably in the end. I'm going to say I'm happy with how it went, including the first leg. And Zurich are out, and we will be playing, I assume, we'll be playing Olympiacos, because that was, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have lost. They wouldn't have lost that. So we've got through, and is it going to be one of those things where technically it hasn't been drawn because the day hasn't finished. Hasn't been drawn now. Where are we? No, it still hasn't been drawn. So Fundaret is happy with the outcome of that. Oh, they did lose 2-0 at home. So they go through 5-3, and we're going to be playing Olympiacos. The winner of this tie will meet Tottenham or PSV in the semi-final. So you would think whoever wins out of us and Olympiacos will play Tottenham and PSV, and whoever wins out of that semi-final will probably go on to win the competition. It's going to be very tough. But thank you so much for watching, folks. Let me know down below what you think about the upcoming summer transfer. Do we just go all out to try and buy big players and go for Europe, and that's the task, and bring through the youngsters as sort of bulking the squad out? Or do we keep some of these players around and have a pretty big first-team squad with the youngsters coming through as well? Because I do want to use some of the youngsters. We've got some very good youngsters coming through the system. We did have, just talking about youngsters, we did have the youth candidates come through. These are all the ones that haven't been signed. The ones that have been signed are here. So we've got a couple of decent potential players in here. I don't know where you normally can see a lot more than, oh no, they're the ones that are rubbish. So who's just come through? Radjanec has just come through, another central midfielder who competing with Collier. We've got Boateng. My assistant keeps saying that Boateng's ready for first team football. I think it's more because of his age rather than his actual attributes. As Kompara has just come through as well, a good looking striker in terms of the system. Vidovic, I like the look of him, 16-year-old. So there are some good players in the youth system. It does need a clear out. These Brazilians, I'm just hoping we can make some money on them and see how they go. None of them are really going to create and get into the first team. But there we go. I'm waffling on again. Thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.